I like to sing, dance, pretend, and I like to have fun.
Someone was suspected of being responsible, but it was all hushed up.
Hello, party people. You're back here on Grand Theft Audio. This is Jake Belcher. As always, my friend...
Brant Thoman.
Yeah, he's in studio, but I think that no camera for you again this week, right?
No camera this week. Got spoiled that 1 week and haven't been able to fix that bug yet.
Sure. And our audience has plummeted in recent weeks without being able to see you. So
I'm sure.
I blame you. So when you see me looking over this way off camera, that's because I'm looking and talking to Brant.
To me.
How you doing? Oh, sure, that's the wrong camera.
There we go. There.
Oh, sure. You also show our guest.
Oh,
hey, Andrew Sleighter. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good.
Nice
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I'm excited. This is a cool place.
Thanks, man.
We're in like a compound here.
Yeah.
Can we reveal the location?
Or we shouldn't because there's
forget it.
You don't know where we are. We got to protect ourselves, you know.
Right. Yeah. We don't want
sure
the mainstream media getting in here.
No, that'd be terrible. Actually, that's the best thing about this place is that there is no censorship on anything that you want to say here. Like the whole idea of like working for a mainstream media channel and being told what I can say or can't say. We've been kicked off the air before. We used to be on KABC, like one of the biggest conservative talk stations in the country.
Really?
And made a very innocuous joke about how much I wanted to fuck Sarah Palin. And like, oh, that's disrespectful, you know. So
very innocuous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look.
I'm not saying you should have been fired. I'm just saying.
I was just like, she's like a hot librarian.
It is occulous.
I said she's a hot librarian that I'd like to take behind like some bookshelves or something.
Sure.
You know? I didn't actually say I'd like to bang her. I had some class and some dignity at the time. But yeah, I would hate to have to be controlled like that. Now you've worked. Like I don't want to jump too far into it. But you've worked for some. Networks and
corporate
things like that.
sellout.
Sure. Well, have you ever had the feeling of being like a corporate sellout? Like this joke was only for money.
No, not really. I would say most of the feelings I had while I was working for corporations was security and a full stomach.
Sure.
Those were all great feelings I had. I never really felt put down at all by the man or anything or the corporations. But I'm not the most controversial person anyway. I have pretty
sure. Let our listeners know or viewers know who have you written for?
I worked on the Norm Macdonald sports show on Norm Macdonald on Comedy Central.
We still say, wait, what?
Yeah,
because wait, what is one of the best ideas of all time?
That's amazing. I love that there's people out there. The show is on. A lot of you people probably haven't heard of it, but. It was on for a very brief amount of time, but people who liked it really liked it. You know, but that's like Norm. Norm is like such a powerful personality. Like his fans are like the ultimate.
Yeah, he's one of my top 3s of all time.
Yeah, I think anyone who likes Norm is like that's their favorite comic.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes I just for different reasons I love Andy. Kaufman. You know, I love Andy Kaufman also, but for different reasons. But he kind of treats the audience in the same way, you know.
Norm is definitely. They're both like. I'd say Letterman's in this category too, but they're like the smartest guy in the room at all times. You don't think of Norm as being like a genius, but he really is, and he's smarter than everybody else. And whenever he's like telling a story or just listening, you always get the feeling like you're kind of like, I don't know, am I being played right now? Like, if I give an earnest opinion about something, is he going to turn it around and make me look like it? Not that he was the nicest guy in the world. He would tell these hilarious stories. He told a story one time about he was working on this show, one of his sitcoms. I forget which one. I think it was the one on Fox where he had like a butler or something, but I'm not sure if it was the same one or not.
Stan Hooper.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it was that one or a different one. But the network was like, hey, you should have you've got a lot of famous friends. You know, you got a lot of from Saturday Night Live and a lot of celebrity friends. You should have them on. We'll get ratings." And he's like, I don't want to ask them to bother them, you know. And they're like, "Oh no, come on, you can do it." He's like, "Nah, I really think that I don't like to bother people." And so of course he didn't ask. So, one day he gets a phone call, and it was they're like, "Hey, we got Eddie Murphy on the line. Eddie Murphy's a big fan of yours, you know, and he would love to be on the show. So tell him, ask him to be on the show, you know." And he's like, "Oh my God!" So he takes the phone. And he's like, Eddie's like, "Hey man, they tell me you got a really funny show. I'd be happy to do it. So if you tell me it's funny, I'll do it, you know." And Norm goes, "It's not funny."
Wow. That's
and
so
he didn't do the
perfect.
show. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far down the Norm path, but have you read his new book?
Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah, it's so.
I feel bad for his sidekick, Adam Egget.
Adam Egget?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Adam's in on that joke.
Yeah,
don't you?
I'm
like,
sure he is.
I don't know him super well, but like, I think he's flattered. I'm sure he's like.
It's fun
I
to be
wonder if
the
people. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't understand like that book was like a farce and stuff. I mean, I think eventually you'd have to know. That it's not all true.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Adam Egget stuff's like the funniest part of the book.
It's so good, man. And I'm a huge fan also of Norm's vodcast, the Norm Macdonald show that he hosts with Adam.
Yeah.
So getting to see him kind of play and put him down for years beforehand, and then have it come out in book form was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'll give a quick Norman story. So I was working on the Drew Carey show, and I'd go outside. Like, my job sucked, man. I took VIP's guests to the bathroom to make sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. To make sure they didn't.
You were being
away.
held down by the corporate.
Sure. So I have to go outside. I take some people to the bathroom. They decide they don't want to go back in. They're going to leave. So now I'm standing outside with nobody, and Norm comes walking up, and he's like, "Hey, guess what?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He says, "We're going to have to go inside and fire all those people because they just told me that they're firing everybody and giving me this show." So, like, they were canceling the Drew Carey show, and then everybody was then going to start working for the Norm Macdonald show. He's like, "What do I do? Like, Drew's going to hate me." I'm like, "Well, hire him for guest spots." Like,
yeah.
You know, now you got to be in the position to hook people up. But he's a good guy, man. So,
oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, let's get into one news story before we have to go off to a break.
Let's do
you
it.
are into sports. Like,
big sports fan is big news day today.
Man, yeah. And wildly varying ways of people reporting about it and talking about it. To me, like the Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the weirdest stories I've ever seen. People are so happy to make jokes about a guy who killed himself. Aaron Hernandez, for people who don't know, he is a football player for the Patriots, so automatically people hated him. And he murdered some people, okay?
Yeah, that's not why people hate it.
No. But people do just hate people from the Patriots.
It's all this anti-Patriots bias.
You know that it factors in a little bit. People were pretty
No,
happy.
it's because he's a triple murderer.
You don't think there was 1% extra happiness for people that it was a Patriot player?
I don't know. People love Gronk. Everybody loves Gronk.
Sure.
And he didn't murder anybody. He plays for the Patriots. That's an apples-to-apples comparison.
You're right. And now he's in the WWE. And it's
I think that it was. I mean, maybe I'll give you, for the sake of me being a guest in your place here, I'll give you your 1%. But it's got to be 99% the murdering.
But I mean, everybody's super happy about it today. Like, there's so many jokes about him.
Well, you very rarely get to make fun of someone who commits suicide. For comedians, it's like it can be frustrating because you can see a celebrity death. I did, actually. Yeah. You see a celebrity death, and then you go or whatever, and you're like, "Oh, I have a joke for that, but I got to be respect." You know, there's the handcuffs are on, and not from the man, not from corporate, but your own. But fear,
and now
backlash.
There's the fear that years from now they're going to find that text or that tweet and come back and
and keep me from getting my
throw you over the coals, you know,
new Vine star job.
Sure.
So, but when it's a dude as bad as Aaron Hernandez, you're like, I think that's why you saw a flood of jokes because it was like, oh, it's gloves are off. I mean, he was as bad a person you can make fun of. Like, if Hitler commits suicide, you can make fun of that.
So when Michael Jackson died, I made a whole bunch of jokes about like the loss of a pedophile. You know,
well, see, there you go.
Sure, and people are like, no, you can't do that.
But the pedo, I agree with you. the evidence does seem to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was a pedophile.
Yeah.
However, there were enough people who disputed the charge, whereas Aaron Hernandez was like
pretty much everybody's
now
like
convicted.
He's a killer.
Did you guys happen to see that that he had like a Bible verse written on his forehead? It's being reported by CBS that John 3:16 was
just like the dude with the curly wig in the crowd.
No, that wasn't a Bible verse. It was just he just got murdered by a dude
That's
named John.
yeah, but they're still calling it suicide. The prison officials are still ruling it as a suicide
because they don't want to investigate.
Well, there's that exactly. It's just like, but if somebody's drawn on your head, well, that ain't suicide.
Did they glue the curly wig to his head too, like the guy in the golf fans that did that for decades?
Well, I would say it's that would be a simple autopsy seems like it would clear it up because you can't murder. He hung himself. If people don't know, he hung himself with a bed sheet. That's the story. But if you killed someone by hanging, that'd be a hard way to kill someone.
He left no note. Usually when you commit suicide, you leave a note.
I don't know. I heard that that's a misnomer, that in most suicides there isn't a note.
I don't know, man.
That statistic before.
I just know that it's one of the most gleeful deaths I've ever seen in society.
Yes.
Really just enjoyed.
They're also saying it looked like he tried to draw the stigmata marks on his wrists as well.
I'm not sure.
So he saw himself as like a Christ-like figure.
A person who suffers from stigmata have the injuries like that of Jesus when he was on the cross. It would either affect their feet or their hands or their side. And there are some people who have these episodes where their bodies just these wounds just kind of open up on their body in these spots. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's. I mean, it actually like.
So you're saying he tried to make it. I'm just having a signal. You're trying to say that he tried to make it look like he's Jesus?
Yes.
That doesn't.
Yeah,
I can't support him now.
He should have. Well, so what is your thing then? You're saying you are kind of put off by the amount of joy.
For the dude. Yeah,
we should feel sad for him, despite him being a murderer.
Not sad, but celebrating anybody who got to a point of having to kill themselves.
Like, it's just so rarely we get to make jokes about.
How many
suicide.
people do you think have written a joke about him heading to suicide and did a copy and paste like suicide prevention hotline thing? I don't know how many people will actually read this far into it, but if you have like a heart, then you'll say you're going to reach out to somebody.
No, you know what's funny?
I think there's lots of people who did both.
I saw a version of this joke yesterday because there was some sort of murder suicide. I think. Well, that teacher. Which town was that teacher? I don't know. It was San Bernardino or somewhere where teacher was killed and it was a murder suicide. The guy killed her and then killed himself. And there was like someone had the joke where it was like there should be suicide prevention hotlines, but also murder suicide encouragement hotline, like to kill yourself first before you go through with the murder.
There would be some value to that.
Yeah.
There's some value to that.
But I think that's what so my point is that I think people are happy to make the jokes because it's all the jokes they couldn't make. Every Aaron Hernandez joke you're seeing today was all the suicide jokes they couldn't make on the last.
Like that other guy that committed suicide, they wanted to goof on, but they couldn't.
And they held back because he wasn't a murderer.
Yeah.
But then this dude, he's catching all the fury. And maybe it's because we hate the Patriots. I don't know. Maybe that's...
we do hate the Patriots. I mean, honestly...
I mean, I hate the Patriots.
Yeah, aside from... Yeah,
I'm biased,
right?
so I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
Do you have a rooting allegiance to some other city?
Yes, I'm a Seahawks fan. I was born and raised in Seattle. So.
Oh, right. I don't know much about them. I think they came... did they exist your entire life, or did they show up somewhere in the middle?
They were... the franchise was born in the 70s, and then... I have been a lifelong fan, and then we lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl, in a heartbreaking Super Bowl, and we threw an interception on the 1 yard line. That's when you still have that guy that now has decided to go join the good team, right? Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, but he hasn't signed yet, and I resent the fact that you're calling the Raiders the good team.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, what are the Raiders? I know they had like one good season last year, but the Seahawks...
That's what I grew up with.
Okay.
I grew up with the Raiders and going and seeing Marcus Allen.
But they're leaving for Vegas. What do you feel about that? You seem to be a big sports fan.
I don't. Good riddance. Get them out of California. You know what? Let them be a pox on Las Vegas.
You don't like the Raiders?
I don't like the Raiders. I don't like their fans.
Sure, I hate their fans for the most part.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Raiders fans is I think it's this unique fandom where I don't think they give a shit where the team plays.
No, they
it's
don't.
an
Exactly.
identity. It's all these. It's all
just
these
like Dallas
nomads from all
Dallas
of-
Cowboy
yeah.
fans are the same way.
Yeah. So they don't care. They'll go see him play in Vegas.
Right.
8
My-
times a
my
year.
They love the idea of going to Vegas. Honestly, they get to leave Oakland,
Yeah.
one of the worst cities in the world.
Well, don't tell Marshawn Lynch that.
Oh,
He'll come get you.
Oakland is scary. Have you spent any time
I've
in Oakland?
I actually been to Oakland, but when was the last time you've been to Oakland?
Okay, so
I probably went to like certain parts, but I will say I found it to be like super gentrified.
Really?
The parts I went to.
The part I went to was not. Like, there were people who were circling my car ready to, like,
Really?
Pounce
Yeah.
and take.
it was bad.
Well,
It's the scariest place I've been in America.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I was genuinely, let's leave because I feel like there's danger here. I haven't had that anywhere else, so I did. That was
Well,
not good.
did anything happen? How did you get out of the? Did you just drive away or what?
Yeah, I was on my way to a pro wrestling event, so like as soon as I
Well,
pulled
that's
out,
your own damn fault.
sure. So as soon as I
That was
pulled out-
probably a way more dangerous environment than whenever you were in the pro wrestling event.
Sure, they're comparable, but I was doing that to myself. It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't society doing it to me.
Right. Fucking society,
That's
man.
right.
Fucking society.
That's right. Speaking of fucking society, I think we have to go to a break because for some reason I got to tell you about the other
You have
shows.
commercials on this shit?
We have advertisements for other shows on Zena.tv.
Wow.
So you're probably going
You
to
guys
see
are
one
big
for
time.
yeah. So you're probably going to see one for the show that we direct, or I direct. Brant is assistant director.
Sure.
I would have thought that, with you guys having sponsorship, maybe full-size waters would have been provided.
No. It's not the show that's sponsored.
Oh, you're sponsoring yourselves? This is a commercial for your other
the
shows?
Network. Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
you see, the thing is, so, like, let's say that someone likes Eric Roberts. Like, there's some nutbag who's like, I gotta watch that movie. with
Eric
karate."
Roberts?
Yeah,
Yes.
so he has a show here on the network.
Oh.
So like an Eric
Really?
Roberts fan, yeah. An Eric
Or
Roberts fan.
They should just call us the Eric Roberts channel.
Well, okay, or they can call us like the Bone Thugs and Harmony channel.
Oh, you have Bone Thugs and Harmony on this network too?
We also have the Suicide Girls, and we have
Holy shit.
We have a whole bunch of like. Well, I'm the only like non-name property on here. That's because I own it. So like so when people tune in for those shows, they also have to see an ad for Grand Theft Audio. So like
I
so
see.
it's kind of like a trade-off. So now you guys learned about some other stuff, and in fact, don't learn about it. Tune out. Now I've decided this is too much. What's your website?
AndrewComedy.com.
Okay, go look at that for 2 minutes, okay? When you see us, we've come back on the screen, then go do that. So go check that out, and then come back on the other side.
You ran from home and you're on the street. You've been ripped off, you've been used, and you could be killed. There is a way out. There is a way off the street. Not tomorrow, but now. Runaway Hotline will get you off the street. Call Runaway Hotline, toll free, anytime, day or night. Runaway Hotline gets your message to those who care. Call now and get off the street.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
back in 5, 4, 3.
No. Brand's getting to be a professional. He's now looking at me like he knows that the microphones are up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. Like,
Classic hijinks.
sure.
Yeah.
They used to freak him out. But now this
Got
time-
me. That got me the first time.
You know who isn't unprofessional like that? Bone Thugs and Harmony. They
Sure,
don't
you're-
fuck around like that. They
don't,
give you
man.
the straight. What do they do on that show?
So they come in and they get very high, and then they talk about munchies and food. They talk about their favorite.
So it is like a talk. It's not. They don't sing or rap or anything. It's-
Sometimes
No.
they have like they had like some.
Oh,
they've
they've had
had
other
some-
people who.
Okay, but they've also had like times where they've performed on the air. Like they have bets with Digital Underground, like Money B.
Oh,
And,
wow.
They'll vote. They'll like one team. One guy has the Golden State Warriors, and one guy has the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they had to come on and sing the other guy's song in their style. So
Oh, and a bet after that.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
lost a
so
bet.
that was-
Which was actually kind of cool because we got to see Money B rap a Bones Thugs and Harmony.
I love it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. And then they have other people come on and perform, and we get to see some of the coolest rap performers in the world come in here. It's awesome. We love it. It's fun.
This is the big
fun.
time.
So, okay, look,
It is the big
independent
time.
media. Let's talk about one of today's big media stories. Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, man.
So,
Got the boot.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly. Even though, like, you know, you're the king of Fox News, you had the highest ratings. Apparently, you're not allowed to sexually harass women. That's some shocking shit.
It is pretty shocking. It's funny because when the stories was breaking a couple weeks ago, they would always announce oh, look at these sponsors are dropping out. All these
Yes.
sponsors are
Right.
dropping out. But I was like, why can't they just replace? I guess I don't understand television because his ratings didn't drop. He was still
Right.
getting the same ratings. So I think Fox pretending to. It's not a moral decision that they made. They fired him because they thought they were gonna have trouble getting sponsors for the show. They knew they were paying off these women for 13 years.
But
and
that's the thing. Is like he wasn't. All they did was he lost the sponsors. It's not like Fox lost the money. Fox just had
so they
to
just
move.
said we won't put it on your show.
They specifically said they did not want to have anything to do with O'Reilly show. They have no problem being on all the other shows.
Yeah.
So they just drop extra commercials into those other spots to pay off what their
So it is
agreement
ultimately a business.
Yes.
It's all business.
But once everybody
decision.
hears about it, you know, like it becomes a thing.
It isn't
where-
pretty. If you read the details, it's
Sure.
like what a fucking dirtbag. And you'd like to think that if you were just like you have a big enough personality to be like the most famous, political commentator basically on TV. You've
Sure.
got the #1 ratings, and you're rich. And you're living in New York. Like you can't get laid. Like you can't get women
It's
to sleep with
crazy.
you when you're Bill O'Reilly. Like you have to fucking harass these ladies and trick them into sleeping with you by bolstering their career or whatever. It's like it's
There has to be
humiliating.
easier marks, you know.
You would think there'd be women out there who would love to sleep with Bill O'Reilly. As
News
gross
rats.
as that sentence just
News rats,
sounded.
you know, like wrestling,
yeah,
they call them ring
it's like
rats. Like,
groupies.
yeah, like, oh man, when you talked about that earthquake, my pussy got so wet. Well, not my pussy.
yeah.
my friends. Like that was someone else I was talking about.
Yeah, man. News groupies.
They have to exist.
I don't know, but apparently not, because this dude was calling the girl hot chocolate and shit. That's just, it is like, you see how horrible it would be to work with an old dude always trying to fuck you.
Well, I guess this is kind of the culture, though, in so much of Hollywood and so much of the media, like the proverbial casting couch. It doesn't end with Bill O'Reilly. There's some girl right now getting banged on a couch somewhere because she thinks it's going to lead to like some job right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, yeah, like sleeping your way to the top, as it were. And as the fucking patriarchy switches around, I'm sure there's dudes who are like gonna bang there's gonna be guys who start banging their way to the top.
I don't know. You
You don't think so?
I don't
You don't think
know.
anyone would fuck like like Chelsea Handler to get on her show if she were single? I don't know if Chelsea.
I don't
Handler's
know what her
looking for
situation
dudes.
is
Like there's a
either.
hot young comic and he thought it would increase his chances. He wouldn't cozy up.
I think he may try because he thinks.
What
it
about?
would work.
Oh, I got the perfect example.
Great.
You watch Kardashians?
Yes.
Kris Kardashian's
Yes.
boyfriend.
Yes.
Come on.
Sure. That's
He's
the only reason
he's
they're there.
dating her to get on the show, right? That's pretty similar. And I'm sure if he broke up with her, she wouldn't just keep having him on.
There's also the idea of like
Nailed it.
what's the other Jenner's name? Like the one we're supposed to
There's
say
a
is a
lot of
lady.
them now.
The one we're supposed to say is a lady.
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. Like Caitlyn can't find someone to fuck her to stay on camera.
You don't think so?
No, like
You don't think?
I thought she was a lesbian.
There's somebody's in.
Thought she was only into chicks.
No, okay, so here's what I've heard. I've heard that she's actually into dudes, and they've been really trying hard to find her a boyfriend to be on the air, but they just can't find anybody who's willing to like fuck her.
O.J.
on
Simpson.
camera. O.J. wants it. So like, have you heard that story?
No.
That O.J. apparently wants to date both. What's the fake girl's name?
Wait, who's talking to OJ?
Caitlyn.
O.J. gave like an interview from jail.
Really?
And he said that he was
Where was I for
he was
this?
attracted to like both of them.
To Caitlyn and Chris?
And to Chris.
That's messed up, man.
So honestly,
Because that's
OJ's
really messed
fucking
up
guys in jail,
because
right?
that's his old lawyer. That's his old lawyer's ex-wife.
Right. So, but he's dead, right?
Robert
so,
Kardashian.
So he's not going to come back from the
OJ.
grave and.
You know, I'm trying to think this OJ is an unscrupulous character.
Yeah, that was very normish.
But anyway, I think what were we talking about? Oh, Bill O'Reilly.
Okay, it was the culture of Fox News because this had been happening for years before under Roger Ailes, like the guy
the boss.
the guy who ran Fox. So if Bill O'Reilly, who's a relative, naive, easygoing person in this situation, if he sees that the boss of the place gets to treat the women like that, then he may think he gets to also. So he's just a fucking victim of his circumstances.
Sure, but his boss got fired too.
How did you turn that into?
His boss got fired for this exact same reason.
Well,
And
sure,
so
many years later.
That should be the
Bill
warning.
stopped the day after. Bill stopped when he found out that Roger
right.
Ailes was not allowed to do this.
Sure.
He realized
Sure
that he
he
stopped
did.
also. He stopped.
What
Sure
I
he
want to know is what about who's Jesse Waters fucking? Is Jesse Waters out
Waters
there?
World.
How deep does this go?
Sure.
Who's Dennis Miller? Is Dennis Miller abusing anyone out there?
Dennis Miller's an interesting guy too. Like that guy has found a way of.
What's he gonna do, man? He's not gonna go on fucking Hannity.
Yeah, maybe Hannity will move into that slot. It'll be interesting to see.
No,
who
it's
they,
Tucker Carlson.
They're moving him into it.
Tucker Carlson.
It says right here, Tucker Carlson tonight will be taking over at
Take
8 o'clock
that.
starting on
He
Monday.
just
I
took
bring the
over
news,
someone else's
baby.
slot before, right? He took over the 5 o'clock slot before from the last girl. When they lost Megyn Kelly. When they
starting at 5 o'clock, a 1-hour program hosted by Eric Bowling will debut on Monday, May 1st.
Never heard of him. That's my boss.
loser.
Special report with Brett Baer will fill the 5 to 7
He's a
time slot.
fucking robot.
No
He's the
one's,
worst.
no one's fucking that dude either. Have you
No,
seen that
he's
guy?
the
Oh my
worst.
god.
Yeah, he's a real spastic colon.
No,
I thought we were
that's
gonna
what,
do the
that's
last.
what
That's what
I
I
got.
got. No. At 7
That's
o'clock.
all they have?
What
They
else?
need more shows.
Okay, so for the next week, special report with Brett Baer will be there, and then starting May 1st, it'll be the new show with Eric Bowling. And that'll go from 5 to 7. 7 o'clock is
2-hour slot.
I guess so. At least right now, that's what they're reporting.
You guys need me.
The story with Martha.
Look at you, just
Yeah.
all of a sudden. You first
I will
half of the
lie.
show, it's
I will lie.
bitching about
I will
the
lie.
corporate media
I will
and keeping
lie.
you down, and now you're just gonna whore yourself out for
2
Fox
hours of
News.
Eric Bowling. Does that not sound like at least an hour too long?
Yeah, it sounds like 2 hours too long.
I know. So like I'm trying to help them out.
I don't really watch Fox News though, so I couldn't
You
tell you
don't?
if he's good or not. No.
You seem like a total Fox News guy.
You think I'm a Fox News guy?
No, you seem like more MSNBC.
No, I get my news from. I was trying to think of a joke.
The streets.
Know what I do? I get it from the newspaper. Do you get I get a physical
Sure, me too, LA
newspaper to LA Times to my house every day. That's a great. You know why it's a great.
So you're constantly behind on the news.
No, I'm not. No, I look at Twitter and stuff, but
Okay, good.
here's what I realized. This is the problem with society. You want to know what the problem with society is?
Sure.
The problem with society is everyone's reacting to the reaction. Everyone gets their news from the reaction. So it's like you don't get your news from Bill O'Reilly was fired today. You get your news from, not you, I'm saying the pejorative, like one gets their news from Bill O'Reilly was fired today, it's messed up because this, that, and that. Or Bill O'Reilly was fired today, that's great because he's a da-da-da-da-da. No one's getting their news from just the the thing. And so I was like, I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to try and, even if I hear the story, Bill O'Reilly was fired today, I'm going to then read the story the next day and try and get as many basic facts as possible. But here's the...
That's probably a good approach.
Yeah, I think so. So here's the reason, though, the best part about getting the newspaper is, and people watching this, I'm sure, don't get a newspaper because they're on the internet all day.
Sure, idiots. Dummies.
You read a story in the newspaper, right? And at the end, that's it. It ends. No comment section. No fucking cascade of morons chiming in on shit they have no idea what they're talking about.
I miss it. Like, that's what I miss from the newspaper. Like,
every once in a while,
I get the newspaper because I also get the digital access into the site.
Yeah, but then every once in a while they'll print a letter to the editor.
Sure.
But rarely is it from a Nazi. Rarely do they let Nazis.
Sure, there's very little Nazi.
Very little Nazi letters.
No, I mean just in general, like in society. Like, there's not a lot of Nazis who are like writing letters to places. Like,
no, but have you been to the comment sections?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's where they are.
Those are there's some awful people there.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's accurate. Okay, hey, we're gonna go to our break. Are you
another
ready?
Commercial?
I know, this is our last one. Then we're gonna come back on the other side, and we have what we get into every week: our general holiday nonsense. So come back on the other side of this, and we'll see where it takes us.
I'm Moxie. And I'm Nicole. And we're the ladies of Suicide Girls Radio, the world's leading BYOB radio show. Pour a glass of your favorite tipple and tune in on Wednesday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. as we discuss life, liberty, and the pursuit of free nipples. Just flash it would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? People think flashing your tits is easy, right? And it's actually kind of hard.
And it's Mary Carey, of course, Politically Naughty with Mary Carey.
I'm always naughty. I'm always my behavior is always politically naughty. I'm never politically correct. Dr. Drew, hi. Oh, I'm so...
Guys, how are you? It's all teary-eyed, Doctor.
I know. She wished she could live at rehab.
But only if Dr. Drew's there. Obviously, if someone like... because a little too groping might be inappropriate, but I like the flirting and stuff.
When I walked in, you shoved my head in your...
No! Are you going to sue me?
Get Politically Naughty with Mary Carey, Mondays at 4 p.m.
Do you have an amazing Lemmy story for me?
An amazing one? Everything he does is amazing. The guy puts snarl in the metal. Come on!
Big heart. Love that guy. That guy was the real deal in every way.
Lemmy was just a class act.
So thank you, Lemmy.
No way I was gonna miss tonight's tribute to the Lemmeister, man.
Let's hear for Lemmy!
Scream for Lemmy!
Can you feel the energy in the room? Lemmy lives on!
God bless Lemmy, and he will live on through all of us.
To the spirit and memory of Lemmy! Long live Lemmy, my brothers and sisters!
Hey, party people, we're back here on Grand Theft Audio. This is Jake Belcher.
And I'm Brant Thoman.
And still in studio with us, we have...
Andrew Sleighter.
Thank you for still being here.
Yeah.
All right, so on Grand Theft Audio, we do something every week. We talk about holidays. Today is April 19th, 2017, so let's see what we're supposed to be celebrating on April 19th. Today is Bicycle Day.
Oh.
Sure. Were you a bicyclist much when you were a kid, or
yeah, I used to ride my bike to the mall all the time and thought I was cool. We used to go to the Godfather's all-you-can-eat buffet, and then we'd stuff pizza into like disgusting plastic sacks and then ride, to somewhere else and eat our pizza.
Bro, really putting one over
and
on
have it on the
Godfather's.
handlebars. Yeah, and just be like gross grease dripping out of the handlebars while you're riding your bike. So yeah, I rode my bike.
Sure. How about you, Brent? Were you a bike rider much?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember you loved. This is kind of on subject, off subject. Every time when I went to your house when I was a little kid, you were always watching like the Dirt Bike Kid.
No.
Well, BMX the movie. What
Rad.
Was it? Rad. You
Rad?
loved that movie about like.
Heard of it.
You've never heard of it? Oh my God! It is an old. Yeah,
always
it's.
watched
I'll look up some information for you because there is one big name and I can't remember who it was, but.
But man, every time I went to your house, you were watching that movie. Like,
Not every time, but you're absolutely right.
That movie was happening a lot. I was never that much of a bicycle person. Like, it just I never really enjoyed it that much. Like, on wheels, I don't like skateboards. I don't like roller skates. Like, just it was never that good for me. Let's see what else we got. This sounds terrible. This is congenital diaphragmatic hernia action day. So,
Impossible.
I know, man. You think that was yesterday?
Is that today?
I know. You would think it'd be yesterday.
Is it congenital diaphragmatic awareness?
Diaphragmatic hernia action day.
Already?
Yes.
Can you wear white after that? Or
That means you
probably go bloody.
Oh my God.
Yucky. Hernia. Now this is something that mainly happens to men, I believe. Have either of you ever had a?
Nope.
No.
No, I've never had a hernia. I've slipped discs, but it's a different thing. I have 2 slipped discs in my lower left. I'll tell you all about that. Got the sciatica going. Is there a sciatica awareness
We'll have to look
day?
it up and invite you back so you can tell us about it. Hernia.
Where's my parade?
I know, man. You're ripped off. Hernia. I had one when I was 5 years old, so that's because my junk is so big. That's what I.
Is that
figured.
what causes hernias?
Right here, because Jake's junk is so big.
Oh,
yeah.
But that's just a picture of your
Hey,
tiny penis
hey.
you showed me.
Don't let him in on the secrets. Today is Education and Sharing Day. If you had to educate people about one thing, what would you educate them on?
Wow. Probably about diaphragmatic congenitive heart disease week.
And I pegged you as a sciatic nerve guy.
Oh yeah. I would educate people about the horrors of back pain. When you have a bad back and you're laid out, I feel like I was like awkwardly in pain all the time. People would like, I feel, but no one understands how bad it is until they have a bad back. You can't escape the pain.
Crippling. You guys may hear Brent dying over there. Brent, bless you. Many times.
When are you allergic to boring topics?
Yes, I think I'm allergic to diaphragmatic awareness day.
Yeah.
Fine, then we'll move on to something else. This is also National Garlic Day.
Oh, I love garlic, man.
Garlic's. I love garlic when I've had it. I hate it when anyone else has had it.
Are you married?
I am.
Yeah, right. My wife. That's like I love being married. I really like being married.
Nice.
It's very nice. There's a lot of misnomers about it, about how miserable married guys are, but I actually find it to be wonderful. But I will say that's the one trope that is very true. Is like she fucking hates when I can't eat like onions or garlic.
Sure, it's
she
way noticeable.
She gets really mad. I get
always
sensitive
tell
about it because I'm like I brushed my teeth and did the mouthwash, and she always knows. And I feel bad, but
it's almost like
I love
smoking or
garlic.
something. Like there's just no way of really disguising that it happened.
Yeah.
Garlic is too much. I can always tell when my wife has gone to Scaff's, her favorite Mediterranean restaurant. She's eating way too much garlic. Like, oh, you went to Scaff's for lunch? Oh no! Like,
yeah.
That's not good. Brant, you a garlic guy?
Yeah, love it. Love it. Pretty much everything.
Sure. Your dad taught me how to make how to do roasted garlic.
Yep, that's a very nice.
How long have you guys known each other?
Since '85.
Wow.
So,
really?
Yeah.
32 years.
Holy shit, man.
Yep. Long freaking time. We should celebrate this one. Today is National Hanging Out Day.
Look at us hanging out on
hanging
out
on the air.
What's the best thing to do while you're hanging out?
Fucking
drinking
beer.
If I got a girl that I'm hanging out with, yes, that would be the best thing.
Not my buddies, you know.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know, smoking weed.
Smoking weed. Playing video games.
Yeah,
fun
watching
stuff
some
like
sports.
Do you still play video games with other people in
That's
the
the
room?
only time I play it. I don't play it on my own.
So you don't play them like online?
Not really, man.
I got a neighbor, man, and he always tells me which games to buy, and so I bought this game. And Titanfall. You ever play Titanfall?
Sure.
And he goes, and then he'll bug me. He'll yell at me from across the courtyard to start, and then we play. But then he has a headset. I don't have a headset.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like
You can
talking
talk
to me,
shit.
and it's
That's
really
fun.
awkward having a one-way. I feel like this is what it would feel if you like lost your ability to speak.
I play with my brother online, so I will play online with people that way. What's that game called? Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah, I haven't played that.
Dope game, man. So good. Okay, we got 3 more for today. Today is National Stress Awareness Day. What do you think is the thing that's most stressful in your life?
Finances.
Yeah, that's the number one answer for sure. Everyone says money, I think.
Sure, because it can fix anything. You know, if you have the right finances, your other problems.
Well,
you can
not
figure out
anything.
Health.
Aaron Hernandez was a wealthy man.
Man.
Now he's dead.
Well, so what was your joke you posted earlier?
Oh well, I don't know if it's more of a sports fan joke.
Sure.
However, Bill Belichick read the news and thought to himself, the ultimate reclamation project, because he often brings in players who've troubled, and I like to imagine Bill Belichick literally reanimating the corpse of Aaron Hernandez and still getting 12 touchdowns out of him next year.
Yeah, sure. And it's unreasonable for me to think that people hate the Patriots. I get it. I get it.
Well, I think that it's a compliment to Bill Belichick's reputation as a miracle maker, that I think he's so good at, like Randy Moss, and bringing people's careers back who may have been in a little bit of trouble, and that I think that he can literally, like Dr. Frankenstein, bring a man back from the dead and make him play for the Patriots.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Because
you're the one feeling bad for him being dead. Don't you want him to be back?
2 rounds of jokes about his death. I mean,
well, I tell you what, if
a
NFL football coach successfully brings someone back from the dead, you're going to hear a lot of jokes about it. That's going to be big news.
You know,
I don't want to rain on your parade.
I fear you're right.
Yeah.
I fear you're right. Okay, this is also the Oklahoma City bombing commemoration day. That's not good. Like, Brent, do you remember where you were?
No, I don't even remember how long ago it was. I mean, I remember it happening. I remember, like seeing the news.
What year would you guess?
99.
No, I don't think. I think it was like 97.
95.
Oh, that's way off.
95 is the guess for me. 'Cause I don't know.
That's your guess, okay?
Yeah, I don't know what it was either. I'm not looking this shit up. Okay, lastly, we got.
That's not even right.
No.
Well, they don't say what year it was on the holiday.
That was my guess.
You
to
can't.
Sound like
we can't
an
sit
answer.
here and not say the right answer.
There you go. No, I got it right here.
Oh,
Jake
okay,
was right. 1995.
All right, man. Look at the big brain on Brad. Okay, lastly, this is National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. I failed in that respect.
Same here.
I mean, you're pretty close.
I sleep naked.
You're not exactly.
I'm always wearing.
You sleep naked?
Always.
Wow. What about the headband? Do you wear the headband?
Sometimes it comes off in my sleep, but I try to sleep.
So you're naked with the headband?
Yeah. Hey, look,
That's
my wife has a lot to put up with.
That's a strong look.
You know, like I don't have to see it, only she does. Yeah. Pajamas. Are you a fan? Yay,
no, never worn pajamas. Boxers. Almost usually not a t-shirt unless it's cold.
Branch. You look like I think you'd have like tuxedo pajamas. Like you'd have dignified pajamas.
Like the silk ones. Absolutely, I have owned a pair of those. I have owned one of those in the past. Currently, my room doesn't get cold enough to need it to constitute pajamas.
Yeah.
It all depends on weather. When I was living up in Mammoth, yes, needed that extra layer of clothing. Even with the.
Did your pajamas have the button up?
No, you usually it's just
to
pajama pants and a t-shirt is usually what pajamas is to me if I'm going to wear them.
I mean, I have pajama pants. I have these Seahawks pajama pants, but I don't wear them. I only wear them in like the morning when I'm watching
Sundays.
TV.
I hate the fact that I'm so tall that I can't find the onesies with the feety pajamas. I love footy pajamas.
Yeah.
I would wear those.
You could just wear them up to like when your dick's hanging out.
Yeah.
My God.
You're just saying, like, you have options, man.
You know, this show needs a little censorship, for God's
probably.
sakes.
Speaking of censorship, I don't want to censor you in the next 20 seconds when you tell people how to find you on Twitter and...
yes. Well, my name is spelled funny. It's Sleighter is Sleighter.
Oh,
like a
so you're not
sleigh, like a sleigh ride.
Comedy.
Not like the Christian.
No, not like Christian, not like AC.
Oh,
AC Sleighter.
Wow.
One time, somebody was like, they were like, what's, because this is the question I get. Number one question I get when I'm on the road. They're like, oh, Andrew Sleighter, what's your middle name? Because they want it to be AC. They want it to be,
Okay.
so my name
Yeah,
is
that makes
AC. So
sense.
my name is Andrew James Sleighter, so it doesn't work. But one time I told them my middle name is Christ. That's what I said. So they're like, what's your middle name? I was like, Christ. And I swear to God, the guy goes, oh, so like AC Sleighter. You're like AC. It's like Save from the Bell. I was like, that was, yeah, I'm the second coming of our Lord. You don't care about that, but of your stupid 90s TV show. So anyway, I'm at Andrew Sleighter, SLEIGHTER, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. My website is andrewcomedy.com, and that's all you need to know.
All right. Brent, anything you want the people to know about you out there?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, sure.
What about you, though?
Quick and easy. Okay, so tomorrow, I need some prayers out there. I'm legitimately kind of scared for this. So tomorrow, well, I love holidays. Tomorrow's 420. It's the pot smokers holiday. We had in Big Percy, who is like Snoop's business partner, manager, kind of does everything. He busted out the personal jar. He's like, this is what Snoop's smoking right now, and he gave me a nug of it. And yeah, it was stronger than like the really strong weed that I smoke every day. So like if I go to this party and get too high, I may lose my mind. But I'm gonna fucking try anyways. I don't know how you get invited to a 420 party with Snoop and Nate Dogg and Big Percy and a whole bunch of other people and decide not to go to that. Not if you're a pothead like I am. So I'm sure I'll have all sorts of crazy things from the party to talk about next week. And I think that's basically it. You know?
I think so.
So happy 420. Happy Bicycle Day. Happy all those other things. Like, go back and watch it, man. Do I have to remember everything for you? God. Fucking people, man.
Say goodbye.
It's too much. Too much.